Hello Bright Lights, it's April from Connect Grow Shine, and I'm here to give an energy update for February 2019. I thought this was really important to do before we head into the 14 days of activations, to really talk about the energy that's going on right now. And last night I was up until about 2 in the morning with my guides talking about just really the energies that are passing right now. In December and January, we were still in a place of clearing. Some of you may have noticed in January that, you were ready to go, you were ready to get going, and it's the new year, rah, 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 and then you were stopped. And some of the energies that I experienced were ones of rechecking myself and what was going on. So I had a bunch of great ideas for what I wanted to do and how I wanted to proceed, and then it was like the universe suddenly came in and said, hey, wait a minute, how does this really line up with your core, your ascending core? So for a lot of you, you may have noticed, wow, I started off in this direction and then there were some roadblocks that really made me readjust and think about what I was going to do. And hopefully what that did for you, as it did for me, is it brought me back to my core. It brought me back to who I was, so I could check in and say, hey, these circumstances are happening right now and I'm not enjoying it. However, I'm equipped to handle it because of who I am. And that check-in really was important. So if you haven't done that check-in, you may want to just sit there and come in. And we're going to have more of that in February. So here we are, we move into February. We've got the new moon here in a couple of days. It's going to be a great time. If you're unaware of what's going on astrologically, I really suggest you look up what's going on there. But the energies are ones of opening. There's going to be an opening to a little bit more of abundance. We're going to feel some more creative energy. However, in February here, we're still in a period of clearing out our energies. And in 2018, we really removed a lot of the major debris. But now here we are in a space of fine-tuning. And this year is the tarot card year of the Hanged Man, and that is about transformation. And this year is really going to be about that. So last night when I was up, I was really getting a lot from my guides about my third chakra. And the third chakra is really about the integrity of who we are. I mean, my third chakra was just really vibrating, was really, really intense. And so what I see for February is, it's like, have you ever been to a store where you go in and you try on clothes and the mirror and the lighting and everything in there is fabulous and you look great? I mean, you get in there and you're like, wow, I look great. I need a mirror like this at home. Then there's times when you go into some place and the lighting is really intense and you look in the mirror and it's like every wrinkle shows. The lighting is not really, it's just so bright that it betrays every flaw. And you look in the mirror and you think, whoa, that's the way I really look. That's kind of where we're at right now. A lot of fine tuning, a lot of really seeing who we are and who we are not. And it's part of us getting to a place of really knowing ourselves and living from our core. And as a result, it can be a little scary. It can be a little shaking. Like, the light is turned up so brightly right now on us. And some of you may find yourself going into something thinking this is who I am and being exposed in maybe not so delicate ways that it's not who you are. And it's really just that your vibration is coming up so rapidly right now. And you're trying to catch up in the physical, and we don't actually live in the 3D realm. We're here having an experience, but our consciousness is far beyond this and expansive. And so we're coming into a greater revelation of that right now as well. I just want to encourage you as you go through the month to be honest with yourself and to really embrace the revelations that are coming your way. If you need to understand that right now, the universe is really in such a place of getting you ready for the level of abundance and the magnitude of expressing yourself in a loving fashion to the world, because of course what we do and who we are is not just for us, it's for other people. And you're so being prepped, and it's so important right now that the rosy colored glasses are going to come off, and the energies are such that there's not a lot of leeway here. There's not a lot of room to there's not a lot of wiggle room in being who you are not. So with this light coming in, you can expect that you may come up on a project that you start, and if it's not in alignment with who you are, it's not going to work, and it's going to be very obvious that it doesn't work and it's not who you are. And you need to be honest with yourself, but don't get super bummed on yourself. Not say, oh my God, I'm a failure, this is terrible. Instead, use that and say, look, this isn't vibrating with who I am, and I'm going to release it and let it go. I think it's really important that we use this time, and this is why I decided to do the 14 days of energy activations, because I think that right now we need to be really clear on the basics. We need to be really clear on how to identify who we are, how to stay centered, and how to keep our energy recentered over and over again. So the 14 days of activations are going to be very simple but fundamental exercises that if you use them and plug them in and practice them on a regular basis, you're going to be able to steer through these waters and elevate your vibration with a little bit more comfort. This year, it's going to be intense. This is going to be an intense year of really understanding who you are, and there's going to be lots of helpers that come in. You're going to know when you're on the right path this month especially. Be gentle with yourself, get into self-care, get into gratitude, really get into a place of loving yourself at a core for who you are and enjoying your life and really lightening up. I think it's a great time to be playful. Since there is so much clearing and so much fine-tuning going on, you're going to need to do everything that you can to lean into your peace, to lean into the ways in which that you know how to enter into a space of harmony within yourself. So keep checking in. If things start going wrong, stop, check in. Say, whoa, before I push this boulder anymore, I need to really figure out, is this the way I need to go, and is it in line with who I am? If you get in the habit of checking in over and over and over again, it's going to be much more pleasant for you. So I hope that you will join me for 14 days of energy activations. They're going to be really simple, and they're going to be short lessons. They're going to be things that you can plug in every day of your life, and you can do outside the time-space continuum. I mean, within our minds, we can move so quickly. So these exercises, if you apply them several times a day, it's going to take up maybe 5 minutes of time. But what you get out of checking in on those levels and making sure that you're mastering these basics will be so foundational for this year to keeping your rudder straight and on the path towards your higher self. So this month, remember to connect with your integrity of who you are, your higher self, not what you've done or the story that you've been told your whole life, but experientially who you know yourself to be, because when you're in that space, you know it, you're flowing. I mean, there's just incredible flow when you are in the space of being your integrous self. Check in with that, connect with that, grow in your ability to call yourself to peace when things aren't going the way that you want them to. And I guarantee that your light is going to grow. This year is just an amazing year for shining your light. So shine your light not just for yourself, but in lining up that integrity in yourself and calling yourself to peace. Bring about shining your light so that everyone around you can see the goodness that is you.